Who has robotic students? Do you have robotic class today? Anya is attending. Why didn't you all attend? Robotics is which one? From your school they have conducted? Why you all are you thorough with robotics class? Delicia, what about you? Just because there is max, you didn't attend robotics. Anya is online. Why you didn't attend Anya robotics? No, you can go through the recording. Does robotics ma'am give you a recording? Does she provide recording? No, right? Then what if you'll miss class students? I didn't know. See, I didn't know you'll had robotics. If not, I'd have conducted bit late. Till what time you'll have robotics class? 1 or 1.5 hours. I'm going to do revision, students. If you want, you can leave. I'll send this recording. You can go through later. Okay. So I have no issues. Evening, any of you will have time. You can go through the recording. If you want, you all can leave or stay and attend. Okay, fine. Then after missing, you all shouldn't tell. I kept max class. That's the reason you all missed robotics. Okay, because I'll provide recording. Anyways, you'll have recording. Who else has other class? Robotics. All of you all? What about Island? Island, no robotics. Island, Bhargavi, computers. Okay. Bhargavi and Dia. What about Bhargavi Dia? Computers. Fine, students. Just go through this. We'll start revision. See, I'm not going to solve tough questions. Those lengthy questions, you all practice. All the basic questions will cover. Be quick. First, go through this. Give me 2 minutes. We'll start. Length into breadth into height. Square root of L square. 2 into LB BL BH LH. 2 into LB L plus B into H. Equal. Okay, we'll start. Robotics. What kind of subject chapters allow students in robotics? What is that robotics? Anything related to computers and automation? Robotics in the sense like how using coding. Oh, Python classes. Okay, it is good. I don't know how you all are managing so much maths, computer science, robotics, science subject. Very difficult. On top of that, few students are in sports. The Dia, Anya, NCC. It's very difficult. Dance, singing. Okay. Yeah, somehow try to manage students. Don't get stressed out. This next 1 month will be too hard. Even history, geography is also tough, right? Lot of chapters. Hindi, Kannada, everything is tough. I wonder how Delisha is studying. How do you study, Delisha? Every day are you studying? Okay. Yeah, try to manage time and complete students. There are so many chapters, subjects. Okay. Now related to volume, look, I'm not going to solve the first one. It is easy. All of you will remember this. I'll just show you the calculation. 1 meter is equals to how many centimeters? And no, no, not thousand, 100 centimeter. And 1 meter is equals to 10 decimeter. Okay. So if they give such question, look here. First question, both are in meters. Try to convert 50 centimeter. If you're converting smaller to bigger number, do you multiply or divide? Small, greater. For S, it is D. And for G, what did I tell you to remember? G and M. So from greater to smaller, you have to multiply. From smaller to greater, you have to divide, students. Divide it. Now, how do you divide? How do you solve this 50 centimeters? You have to divide it by 100. Then use shifting method. 0.5 meters. Okay. So you get 0.5 meters as the answer for height. Use that formula and you need to find total surface area, curved surface area. Use the formulas and solve. Go through the notes. Those are basic questions. First one basic, second one is basic. Okay, next. We'll do the third question. Third one. Find the number of bricks. What is the formula I had given students? For to find the number of bricks, what's the formula? Number of bricks is equals to, what is this concept about? Each measuring, they have given the volume of a brick required to construct a wall. Look here. Wall. Remember I explained this wall, brick and sand concept. So how many bricks are required? In between this wall there is sand, students, sand and other things. So the formula number of bricks is equals to total volume of bricks. Total volume of bricks divided by volume of one brick. Volume of one brick. Yeah. Make a note of this. We'll start solving. This is the formula. Number of bricks is equals to total volume of bricks divided by volume of one brick. So to use this formula, we need two values. We need the numerator value, denominator value. The numerator is total volume of bricks. Okay, in order to find total volume of bricks, first we need to find what is given here, students. Find the number of bricks. Each brick. First we need to find volume of one brick. What is volume of one brick? Yes, how do you calculate volume of one brick? Length into breadth into height. Okay, first calculate the volume, students. Volume of brick, length into breadth into height. And what about the units? This is in centimeter. What about the wall? Is in meter, right? Yes, can you all respond? Am I audible? Audible to all? Convert into meter, students. Yes, convert into meter. Look, the wall cannot be in centimeter size. Centimeter is very small. Wall should be in terms of meter. Look here. Wall should be in terms of meter. 25 into what is the dimension given for one brick? 25 into 12.5 into 7.5. Convert all this into meters. 25 divided by 100. Centimeter to meter you have to divide. 12.5 I can write it as 125 by 10 again into 100. 75 by 10 into 100. Calculate this. Be quick. 1 by 4 into 25 5s are 25 4s are 1s are 2s are 1 by 8 3 by 40. When you multiply you should get 1280. 3 by 1280. Just keep it as it is, students. What is volume of one brick calculation we got? Volume of one brick is 3 divided by 1280 meters. See, just read the question, go by order. Volume of one brick, did we find? All of you completed? Can you respond? Next, what is given, students? Read the next part of question. Construct a wall. Can you see all the dimensions of walls are given? If dimension of wall is given, find the volume of wall. Even if you're not able to solve the question, just find these values. Number of bricks, volume of one brick, volume of wall. Volume of wall. Everything should be in meters. What is the volume of wall? 6 into 5 into 6 into 5 into 50 centimeter is given, students. How do you convert 50 centimeter? If you want to convert into meter, 50 divided by 100. So 6 into 5 into 50. 6 into 5 into 50 divided by 100. Yeah, what's the volume? 1s are 2s are 2 1s are 2 3s. The volume of wall is 15 meter cube. See, basically there are three things. Okay, one is brick, students. We need brick to construct. We need wall and mud and cement, whatever it is, mud, cement, or sand. Let me take sand. So these are the three components required: brick, wall, sand. Find the volume. For brick I found. For wall also it is complete. Next, which is pending? Whose volume is pending here? Sand's volume. Read the question, what is given. While the cement and the sand occupies how much? 120 of the volume of wall. Let me convert this. How do you convert 120? 1 by 20 off meaning is multiplication. What is the volume of wall? Volume of wall is 50. Is this clear? Understood? 1 by 20 into 15. Okay. I'll explain once again. These are the three components required: brick, wall, and sand. For brick, we converted into meters. For wall, we converted into meters. Now sand. Volume of sand. Volume of sand, and what else is given here? Cement and sand is what they've given. Right? Both together. Volume of cement and sand. Volume of while the cement and the sand mixture. So volume of cement and sand is equals to 1 by 20 into the volume of wall. Volume of wall is 15. Calculate this. Even the next one is important. I'll solve that. They are given previous in last final exam, last year's final exam. The answer 5 4s are 5 3s are 3 by 4, right? Okay, complete it till your students. Be quick. As soon as you see this question, sand and this one mixture, remember these are the three things required. Then this is the main formula. Main formula. Okay, once again, what have they asked us to find, student? Because there is chances of giving either the third or the fourth question. What is the main question they have asked? Find the number of what? All of you respond. Third one, find the number of bricks. Right? And this chapter is related to what? Can you all answer? This chapter is related to what's the chapter's name? Volume and surface area. So you have to compare this bricks with volume. That's the concept. Remember bricks, volume. That's the formula I've written. Look here. Number of bricks is equals to total volume of bricks divided by volume of one brick. See, everywhere there is brick. Brick like this. In numerator, total volume divided by denominator, one volume. Next. If you want to find the total volume of bricks, look, in this, using this formula, number of bricks is equal to total volume we need to find. We didn't find. Volume of one brick we found it, students. 3 divided by 1280. Numerator is what is left. Numerator. Next. If this is a wall, there are bricks here. If you want to find the volume occupied by these bricks, we need to eliminate the sand. All these red ones are the sand and cement. If you remove the sand and cement, we are definitely going to get the volume occupied by the brick, students. Bricks. So here you have to calculate total volume. Total volume of bricks is equals to, subtract these two. Volume of wall minus volume of sand. Volume of wall minus volume of sand. So 15 minus 3 by 4. When you take LCM, you get 60 minus 3. That is equals to 57 by 4 meter cube. This 57 by 4 meter cube, write it in the numerator. Complete the question. So basically we subtracted and removed the red part. In the diagram, look at the diagram, we remove the red part. And that's the answer left. Divide numerator by denominator. What's the answer? Yes, students, completed. Done. 57 by 4 into this will get multiplied 3 divided by 1280. 6080 bricks is the answer. All of you understood? Shall we move on to the next question? Okay, brick. Find the volume of brick, find the volume of wall, find the volume of sand. Even if you do half, out of 4 marks, you'll get 2 or 3 marks. So don't skip, try to solve if you get such question. See, next one is important one. Next question is important. Classroom question. Remember last year they had given this. A classroom is 12.5 meters long, 6.4 meters broad, and 5 meters high. A classroom is in the form of a cuboid, students. Cuboid. How many students can it accommodate? If each student need 1.6 meters of floor area. So what is the area of a floor given? Area of a floor is equals to 1.6 meters. Each student requires. Each student. Fine. First calculate the classroom's volume, students. Volume of classroom. All of you calculate volume. Volume of this. Length is equals to 12.5 meters. Breadth is equals to 6.4 meters. Height is equals to 5 meters. And one more thing I explained. This is a container, students. It is a container. Look at before solving this, let me take a water bottle. This is a water bottle. Okay, like this water bottle has 1 liter of water. Water bottle container is 1 liter, students. 1 liter of volume is equals to 1 liter. It is filled with water. If the volume of this is 1 liter, how much water will it hold? All of you respond. How many liters of water will it hold? 1 liter, right? So it is obvious 1 liter. So volume is equals to liter, students. Volume is equals to whatever matter it contains. What if this is empty? If it is empty, what will be present inside? Gas. That is in the form of air, right? Only air will be present inside. That is in the gaseous state. So remember, volume is equals to air. If volume is equals to 1 liter, how many liters of air is present if it is empty? How many liters? 1 liter of air. But air cannot, yes, only liquid can be in liters. For air, you call it as 1 centimeter cube. I mean, not 1 centimeter. For air, it is 1000, students. 1 liter is equals to 1000. 1000 centimeter cube of air is present. Remember this concept, volume is equals to air. Next, find the volume of this classroom. 12.5 is everything in meter. Find the volume, students. 12.5, right? 125 by 100. 64 by 10. 125 by 10. 64 by 10. Into 5. Yes. 400. Okay. Okay, let me check. 25 into 5, 25 into. Calculate. All of you complete. 5 into 25, 5 into 2. 2 ones are 2 how many times? 32 times. 2 fives are 2 16s are. 16 into 25, students. 400 meter cube. Okay, everything is given in meter cube. Now, volume, students. This volume is also known as what? Air, I told you, right? Yeah. So, volume is nothing, but if it is empty, it is volume of air, students. Volume of air is equals total volume of air. Total volume of air is equals to 400 meter cube. First one. Next, what is the main question asked? How many cubic meters of air would each student get? How many cubic meter of air would each student get? See, air each student gets. Air each student gets. Instead of air, if I write this as 400 pens, students, 400 pen, and number of students are only 10. If there are 400 pens and if there are 10 students, how many pens each student will get? All of you respond. How many pens each student will get? 400 divided by 10, not 4. Each student will get how many pens? 40 pens. So to get this 40, look here, each student get the formula. Each student gets, we divided 400 divided by 40. What is this 400 students? 400 is total pens divided by, what is this 10? All of you respond. What is this 10? 10 is number of, very good, number of students. Use the same formula here. Instead of pen, air is given. Air each student get is total volume of air. Total volume of air divided by total number of students, right? Total number of students. Make a note of this formula, students. Total number of students. So each student gets 400 by 10, 10 pens. In the same way, here it is not pen, it is air, gaseous state, not a solid state. So this is our main formula. This one is the main formula. Okay, in order to complete that, what are the two things required? Total volume of air. Did we find total volume of air here from this formula? Total volume of air 400. What is pending? Yes, students are pending. Read the question once again. Read the question. A classroom's volume we found. That is the volume of air. Done. First part is done. How many students can it accommodate? We need to find total number of students. If each student gets how much student? If each student gets 1.6 meters of floor area. What do you mean by floor area? If they're sitting on floor, a floor is, this is in which shape? It's in which, it's a rectangle shape, right? One more thing. What is the main classroom diagram? Is it cube or a cuboid? Main classroom. Cuboid. How do it say cuboid? Are the values same or different? Length, breadth, and height. Different. For a cuboid, which one you have to consider? Square or a rectangle? Fine. Just a minute. Hello. Huh? ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, we need to consider rectangle students. Now the students are seated in this room. Students are obviously seated on the ground. Students are seated on the ground, students. What is the space required by each student? What is the space required? 1.6 meters. Now look here. 1.6, 1.6 like this. 1.6. If the total area of the floor is 160 meters, just imagine 160 meters. Each students required 1.6. So how many students are there? How many students are there? Total 160 divided by 1.6. Okay. The total area divided by area by one student. Total area divided by area by one student will give you area total number of students. So take down the formula to find the total number of students. Total number of students is equals to, where are the students seated? Can you tell me if each student needs floor? They're seated on the floor, students. So if each student need 1.6 meters of floor area, total number of students is equals to area of floor divided by area occupied by one student. This is the formula to find total number of students. Make a note of this. Total number of student is equals to area of floor divided by area occupied by one student. So we know area occupied by one student is 1.6. Let us find the area of floor. First complete this. I'll tell you how to find area of floor. Okay, copy all this, whatever I've done, write all this and let me know. Be quick. Let me know. We'll complete this. Done? Okay. Okay, now let us find the area of the floor, students. How do you find area of floor? Area of a floor is a rectangle. What's the formula? Length into, all of you will respond. Length into breadth. What is length and breadth given? What is length and breadth given? 12.5 into 6.4, right? Did you understand, students? Solve this question now. Area of the floor. Floor is length into breadth. Take length into breadth value. Length, breadth. Height is not required. Height is not required. Only length and breadth is required. Yes. Remove all the decimal. Find the total number of students and substitute. Okay. Let me remove the decimal. Once you get the answer, substitute here. Whatever you get, substitute below and complete it. Diya, you solving it? Delicia, Diya, Anya. Okay, complete. I'll give you all 3 minutes time, students. After completing, go through the question again. It's a very important question that given previous year. Okay. So go through the question and see whatever I've done. If you have any doubts, ask me. I'll teach you. Okay, any doubts, students? Any doubts in this question? What's the answer after solving? What do you all get? 5 into 20, 25 by 2 za. 2 1s are 2, 32s are. Is it 50 total number of students? So how many total, each student get how many air? How much of air, students? Meter cube. Volume is in meter cube. This is the answer. Or just practice this once or twice. Definitely you'll get this for 4 marks. I'll show you the previous year question. They'll just change the values, students. Values will be changed. Just follow these steps. Volume, each student gets total number of students. Just substitute, you'll get the answer. Clear? Okay, up to 1:30 I'll conduct. Any doubts in this, students? Do you all have any doubts? Look at the fifth question. What is given? Fifth one. Fifth one is a diagonal question. What is the longest cord? Longest rod. See, if this is a cuboid, what is the longest rod? The longest rod will always be from one point to another point like this. So it is basically the diagonal. We need to find diagonal. What is diagonal formula? Fifth question. What is diagonal? Square root of 2 square plus 9 square plus 8 square. Square root of 144 plus 81 plus 64. Okay, let me complete this. 144 plus 81 plus 64. What's the answer? 289. What is the square root of 289? Square root of 289 is 17. 17 meter is the answer, students. 17 meter. For the fifth question, it is 17 meters. 17. Is it clear? All of you understood? Fifth one. Oh, okay, next. See, 6, 7, you all up to sixth is cancelled. Seventh I did yesterday. Seventh I did long back. Eighth I did yesterday. Sixth and seventh is cancelled. Okay, then I'll solve one or two questions from cube students after break. We'll take break. We'll continue at 1:05. We'll take 8 minutes break and we'll continue after that. Okay, shall we start? All of you online? Shall we continue, students? Next one. Okay, cube. Remaining two or three are easy questions in cuboid. Just go through that. The first one and those questions. Go through the notes. Cuboid question. See, in cuboid previous year they had given this question. Total surface area. We'll do that. Try the 13th one, students. What is the surface area of a cube given? If only surface area is given, is it curved or total surface area? All of you will respond. 13th question. If only curves, if only surface area is given, what are we supposed to consider? Total? Yeah, total surface area is 1536. We need to find its edge. Edge is nothing but a value. If total surface area is given, what is the formula? 6a square is equals to 1536. Find a, students. Complete this and also find the volume. Volume is equal to a cube. Complete this question. What's the answer, students? Be quick. What is square root of 256? A is equals to 16. Multiply 16 three times, you'll get volume. What's the answer, Bhargavi? Hmm? Tell me. 4096. Volume is meter, centimeter cube. Okay. Then other questions, three and just go through other questions, students. Only this question they asked in previous year. Will you all practice the other questions from the notes? Or tell me which question you want me to solve. Which one? Only this was given as important. 17, 18, 19. And one more thing. 20th question. All of you will try the 20th one. Are you there on line? Can you respond? Bhargavi, who else? Island. Yeah, try the 20th one, students. 20th question. Diagonal of a cube is 6 root 3. Use diagonal formula, then find surface area of a cube. Total surface area is equals to 6a square. Volume is equals to a cube. What is diagonal of a cube formula? What is diagonal of a cube, students? A root 3. Find a, substitute. Did you all get A 16? Then find the other one, students. Total surface area. I think the answer is same, right? 16 into 16. No, 6 into 16 into 16. 1536. Next. 16 cube is same like previous one with 409. So this is how you get volume cuboid questions, students. Cuboid questions. Okay. So other questions, I didn't miss anything. I've done all the questions. Go through the notes once. Go through the notes. Most probably, or did I tell you all about the exam? When is your exam? Timetable. Okay. If it is 16, mostly 16 might be max. If not, 23rd students. We'll see. They'll give it on Monday, Tuesday. By next week, we'll get to know. Okay then. So volume. Shall I conduct a volume test today? Volume chapter. Only the basic questions I'll give students. You all revise. I'll give one question from cube and one cuboid. Volume. Look, I'll show you all the test exam paper. Exam paper which you'll have. Look here. I sent this last year final exam. Last year, when have they conducted final exam? Can you see the date? It was on 17th of Feb. Okay, 17th of Feb was on Monday. What is the date? Only one day, students. So there are chances of conducting on 17th Tuesday. If not Tuesday, it might be on 23rd, students, next Monday, the after that week. Okay, when it comes to question, look at the question what they've asked. Can you see this question? Question 3, third one, what is given? The surface area of a cube is? Respond. Same question we did now, similar. If surface area is given, what do we take? Total surface? We take total surface area. Look, I'll show you how the questions are. Just practice this, students. I've sent the paper in the group. So whenever you'll have time, try to complete. We have done almost all the chapters we have done. Just revise this question paper once again. Whatever is pending, we'll revise those chapters later. Okay. Now look here. Yes, look at this question, students. All of you look at this. Compound interest is cancelled. Okay, this is first chapter. This one is square. Fine, we'll do one question square. Then question 3. What about question 3? Can you all solve all the questions here? All of you will respond. Which chapter is this? Question 3, first one. Which chapter? in his equation. Second one we did last week, coordinate geometry. Remember coordinate geometry graph question? Draw the graph. Yeah, you need to take two values. For x one value, y one value. Substitute. Next. Surface of cube. Just now we did that. Cube question. And one trapezium question is given. If parallel lines are given, parallel line concept. We'll revise this chapter. Next. These are the questions. Look at the circle. The radius of a circle 40 centimeter, length of perpendicular drawn. They have given a very basic question. The radius of a circle is 40. Look here, this is 40. The length of the perpendicular drawn from center, this is 24. Find the length of the chord. How do you find the answer, students? Can you respond? How do you find this part? Which theorem do we apply? Yes. Once you apply Pythagoras theorem, double it. If you double it, you'll get the chord value. 3 marks question. See, that's the reason for every test I used to repeat these type of questions. This one, look at Pythagoras. Which theorem, which chapter is this? Question for third one. Trigonometry. In spite of giving such question, only 3 or 4 students solve it. That is 4 marks, students. Such a simple question they have given for 4 marks. Look at this question 5, logarithm. You will be able to solve logarithm. Then we have factorize completely these type of questions. Factorize mean question. Every week's test I used to give on mean question, direct method. They have given a simple direct method question. Look at the next one. Simplify. We have done even tougher questions than this. But for final exam, they give these type of questions. Simplify is done. Median I have made you solve. You have to arrange in ascending order. Median. Then again simultaneous linear equation. Just now we solved this question. All of you remember? How many students? Yeah, just now we did this question. So 7 means, out of 7 means any 4 you have to attempt. You can attempt even this if they give such question. 8th one. Find the points, coordinate geometry. Find the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from A and B. Then one more trigonometry question, last exercise question. Then frequency polygon, we need to complete frequency polygon. Construction is asked, diagonal. And one more thing, look at this chord. What kind of question is asked, students? Last week's test I had given this. Two parallel chords on the same side or opposite side? Opposite side question. Last week I had given, even you all have solved this question. So find the distance between the chord. Distance. So two values are given, find the distance. They've just asked basic question from chord properties. So definitely out of 7 mains, you can easily attempt, how many questions are there? Attempt any 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're giving you 7 mains, you can definitely attempt all 4 mains. The only thing is section A, students. Section A will be a bit tough. An MCQ question. Okay, will you all just practice this question paper today? Or we'll do one thing. Instead of giving test this week, tomorrow shall we solve the test paper, all this, whatever is there in the test paper? Yeah, we'll do that. Whatever is there in the test paper and whatever we know, we'll solve all that. I'll make you all solve tomorrow. At what time can I attend? Mornings, is it possible? Church. Afternoon, what time? Afternoon, what time? After 12. After 1. 1, 12. Okay, I'll do one thing. If I conduct at 1 to 2, is it fine? What time you'll have lunch on Sundays? 2, 3 o'clock. Okay, attend at 1 o'clock, students. Don't miss. If you solve the paper, we'll have an idea what to revise. So from Monday, we'll start revision. Circle and all those chapters. Okay. Even you'll have an idea. You'll know how many questions you'll have learned. So far, whatever we have completed. So for today, no test. I'm not going to conduct test. Just revise chord property chapter, volume chapter. Okay, go through the notes and attend tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 1 to 2 or 2:30 I'll continue.